This is a sample return mission, and I want to start out by talking about samples. Remarkably enough, we have found fire and ice. We have found samples in the coldest part of the solar system. We found samples that have formed at extremely high temperature. So the hottest samples in the coldest place. When we found mineral grains that are considered very high temperature minerals, they normally form under extremely high temperature conditions. So when these minerals formed, they were either red hot or white hot grains, and yet that we collected in a comet, the Siberia of the solar system, out by the orbit of Pluto. Shows the aerogel, and it's wonderful that we could find these impacts. So we find a track, we cut it out as a little wedge, and that's the piece of aerogel, the low density. These are what tracks actually look like. So a particle came in here at the big end at 6.1 kilometers per second, slowed down. This was the track that contained the osbornite samples in it. And the blow-ups there are higher magnifications of little tiny grains. All of these minerals actually form at moderately high to extremely high temperatures, and it's quite exciting to find these things at the edge of the solar system. Now, these things presumably formed in very hot regions close to stars. And the question is where? And there are two major possibilities. One, that they formed in the innermost, hottermost regions of our solar system when the sun and planets were forming, and then were thrown out all the way out to the Pluto region of the solar system. The other possibility is they were formed around other stars, in hot regions around other stars. These are fascinating possibilities. But the fabulous thing is, these are samples we have in the lab. We can study these at atomic level resolution.
To measure the length of the track, and the leftmost
picture of mixtures of crystals and glass.
Out of it. Thinking of the smallest one we removed now, it's about 3 microns.
Most people that work on meteorites wouldn't call this the most refractory grain, but